The Cuban National Series is the top level of professional baseball in Cuba. It's a winter league that competes with the other Caribbean winter leagues in the Caribbean Series, taking place every year in early February. Seeing as we're still in July, you're probably thinking that it's too early to start talking about winter leagues, and in most cases you'd be right. But the Caribbean National Series regularly gets underway in early August, making it the first winter league to get its season underway. A 96-game regular season runs until January, split into two halves, the fall and winter periods, separated by an all-star break. 6 teams qualify for the postseason. The winner moves on to the Caribbean Series. There are 16 teams, 1 from each province and 1 from the capital city of Havana. Each team is made up of players from that particular province. So imagine if the Boston Red Sox roster was entirely made up of players from Massachusetts, or if all Atlanta Braves players came from Georgia. The most famous team on the island is Industriales, the team representing the capital city of Havana. Founded in 1961, Industriales have claimed 12 league titles, more than any other team, though they have not won it since 2010. This is the second longest drought in team history. Last season they bowed out in the semifinals of the playoffs. Some Industriales players of the recent past may sound familiar. If you've been following the KBO this year, you'll know KT Wiz pitcher Odrisimer Despaigne. He pitched for the Industriales from 2007 to 2013. If you're a Major League fan, you'll know Yuli Gurriel of the Houston Astros. Others include Kendrys Morales and Yunel Escobar. Their home is Estadio Latino Americano in Havana, opened in 1946 with a capacity of 55,000, the largest ballpark in Latin America. The biggest rivalry on the island is that of Industriales and Santiago de Cuba. Santiago is the second largest city in Cuba, located on the southeastern part of the island. Established in 1977, Santiago has won 8 championships, but none since 2008. In 2019, they were eliminated in the first round of the playoffs. A Santiago legend is former catcher Rolando Marino. In 21 years with Santiago, he hit over 200 home runs and nearly 2,000 hits. Remember, that's in a schedule of fewer than 100 games a year. Santiago's home is Estadio Guillermo Moncada, a 25,000-capacity stadium completed in 1964. Naranjas de Villa Clara is next on our list, located in Santa Clara, the 5th largest city in Cuba, toward the middle of the island. Since 1961, Naranjas have been crowned champions 8 times, matching Santiago's total. Their last league title came in 2012. In 2019, they finished in the bottom half of the standings. Naranjas players you might know include Livan Hernandez, a 2-time All-Star, Silver Slugger, and World Series MVP in a 17-year Major League career for 10 different ball clubs. And if you follow NPB, you'll definitely know Dayan Viciedo, a 2-time Best 9 selection for the Chunichi Dragons. Estadio Augusto Cesar Sandino, an 18,000-capacity ballpark opened in 1966 in Santa Clara, is where Naranjas call home. Pinar del Rio is the 10th largest city in Cuba, located on the western end of the island. Their team is Vegueros de Pinar del Rio, a fairly new team founded in 1992. They've managed to win 4 league titles, the last one coming in 2014. In 2019, they finished over 500 but missed out on the postseason. The team is best known for winning the 2015 Caribbean Series. One famous Vegueros player is pitcher Pedro Luis Lazo Iglesias, the Cuban National Series all-time wins leader with 249. Names familiar to Major League fans are 2-time shortstop and 1-time All-Star, shortstop Alexei Ramirez, and another All-Star, pitcher Jose Contreras. Estadio Capitan San Luis has been open since 1969 and holds 8,000 fans. Over to Matanzas, on the western half of the island, you'll find the reigning CNS champion Cocodrilos de Matanzas. It was the first ever title for this ball club, which has been around since 1992. Unfortunately, their first Cuban title did not earn them a trip to the Caribbean Series. Since they were unable to process travel visas in time, no team from Cuba competed in the 2020 Caribbean Series. First baseman Mikel Abreu was a member of Cocodrilos from 1994 to 2002. In 2013, he led Japan's Pacific League in home runs and was a Best 9 selection that year. He also played in the Dominican League, both Mexican leagues, and the U.S. AAA leagues. Another of their famous exports is Jose Miguel Fernandez, now a star in the KBO League. Estadio Victoria de Girón is their home, opened in 1977. Their victim in the CNS Finals last year was Alfareros de Camagüey, a team that's been around since 1977, still in search of its first title. Camagüey is Cuba's 3rd largest city, just east of the middle of the country. From 2000 to 2009, first baseman and outfielder Leslie Anderson played for Camagüey. In his final season, he had an on-base percentage of .490. Later, he played in NPB, the Mexican Summer League, and the Winter Leagues of Venezuela and Puerto Rico. The home field for Alfareros is Estadio Candido González, a 14,000-capacity park built in 1965. Another team that has been around just as long and is also waiting for its first title is Toronjeros de Isla de la Juventud. The best that Toronjeros have done since their founding is a runner-up performance in the CNS Finals in 2015. Isla de la Juventud is the second largest island of Cuba, located just south of the main island's western end. Estadio Cristobal Labra is the smallest stadium used in the CNS, seating only 5,000, also one of the oldest, opened sometime in the 1940s. That one time Toronjeros reached the finals, they were beaten by another team that was founded in 1977, but one that has had a lot more success. Tigres de Ciego de Avila have won 3 championships, including back-to-back titles in 2015 and 2016. All their success has come in the last 10 years. Prior to that, they were one of the league's worst teams. Roger Machado, considered the greatest defensive catcher in league history, spent his 14-year career with Tigres. Third baseman Adonis Garcia started his career with Tigres before going on to play for the Atlanta Braves and the LG Twins. Ciego de Avila is right in the middle of the island. Here you'll find Estadio José Ramón Cepero, which can hold a crowd of 13,000. Another team born in 1977 is Gallos de Sancti Spiritus. Sancti Spiritus is in the center of the main island. The team has claimed one title. That one came in 1979, only their third year of existence. Astros shortstop and former Baystars player Yuli Gurriel, whom you'll remember I mentioned as a former Industrialis player, actually played most of his Cuban years in Sancti Spiritus, and later played for Industrialis. The home ballpark is Estadio José Antonio Huelga, with a 13,000 seating capacity. Yet another team began in 1977, and that is Leñadores de las Tunas. Las Tunas is capital of a province of the same name in eastern Cuba. They won their first league title in the 2018-19 season. In the Caribbean Series, they reached the finals but were beaten by Toros de Herrera from host Panama. In 2019, they reached the CNS semifinals where they were swept by eventual champion Matanzas. Yordan Alvarez played his first 2 years of professional baseball in Las Tunas. 1 year ago, he debuted for the Houston Astros and was named Rookie of the Year at the end of the season. Home games are played at Estadio Julio Antonio Mella, opened in 1945 and seating 13,000. On the southeast coast of Cuba's main island is the province of Granma, home to Alazanes de Granma. Like the last team I just mentioned, Granma's club was formed in 1977 and recently won its first league title, that coming in 2017, and they repeated as champions a year later. 3-time NPB All-Star Alfredo Despine was a member of both of these teams. In 2009, Despine broke the single-season home run record with 32. 3 years later, he again set a new mark with 36 home runs, the same number he hit in Japan last year. Going a little further back, Yoenis Cespedes was a star player in Granma before starting his major league career. Martires de Barbados is a 10,000 capacity ballpark in Granma's capital city of Bayamo. Near the center of the island is the province of Cienfuegos, home to the ball club Elefantes de Cienfuegos. Founded in 1977, they've never won a title. Last year they reached the postseason but were eliminated in the first stage. 2 famous players came from Cienfuegos. One is Jose Abreu. In 2011, he had one of the best seasons in Cuban baseball history, slashing .453, .597, .986, with 33 home runs in 66 games, on his way to winning league MVP. He is now in MLB where he has won 2 Silver Sluggers. The other one is Yasiel Puig, now in the 8th season of his major league career. Estadio 5 de Septiembre opened in '77 and has been their home throughout the team's existence. Capacity is over 15,000. All the way on the southeastern end of the island is the city and province of Guantanamo. Indios de Guantanamo, like so many other teams, launched in 1977. They have never won a league title and are coming off a last-place finish in the 2019 season. Only one Guantanamo player went on to play in MLB. That was Dalier Hinojosa, but neither his Cuban career nor his major league career were very impressive. Estadio NGUYEN van TROI, a 14,000-seat stadium in Guantanamo, is their home. Next to Guantanamo, on the island's northeastern coast, is Holguin Province, the third most populous province on the island. The capital city of the same name is home to Sabuesos de Holguin. Since their birth in 1977, Sabuesos have brought home 1 league championship in 2002, but in most years they haven't done so good, including last year when they finished under 500 in the lower half of the standings. The most famous export from this team is definitely Aroldis Chapman, a starting pitcher there from 2005 to '09, now a relief pitcher for the New York Yankees, and the world record holder for the fastest pitch ever thrown. Their ballpark is called Estadio Calito Garcia Iñiguez, one of the largest stadiums in the country with a capacity of 30,000. Back on the west side of the island is a little city called Artemisa, and their team is Cazadores de Artemisa, a young ball club that's only been around since 2011. No championships and no really famous players in their short history. Not much winning either. They finished close to the bottom last year. Estadio 26 de Julio, capacity 6,000, is their home. Nearby is San Jose de las Lajas, another little city in western Cuba. Huracanes de Mayabeque was formed in 2011. Just like Artemisa, no titles, no players worth mentioning, and a finish near the bottom of the standings a year ago. Their home park is the ESTADIO Nelson Fernandez, which holds 8,000 fans. Huracanes de Mayabeque and Cazadores de Artemisa were established 9 years ago after La Habana province was split into the two provinces of Mayabeque and Artemisa. The previous team, Vaqueros de la Habana, won the championship in the 2008-09 season. So that's the Cuban National Series. A lot of history, a lot of famous players, on an island where baseball is king. If I've left anything out, let us all know in the comments. That's all for today, and until next time, this is Baseball International. See ya.